Shalom Israel, giving honor and praise to the Most High God for the reading and the understanding of His Word. And family, I want to thank you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight here with your brother. And of course, y'all already know, I cannot go without saying this. I want to wish every king, every queen, every prince, and every princess, I want to wish you a wonderful, magnificent Sabbath. And once again, thank you for bringing this in with your brother and family. As a matter of fact, all of Israel, all of Israel. I love being an educator. I love it. It's one of my passions. It makes me feel incredible when I'm able to edify our people and to teach you guys new things according to the scriptures and not my opinion. But tonight, family, tonight, it's not going to be one of those nights, okay? We have to have a family discussion. We have to have one of those cookout gathering discussions, you know, where somebody in the family is going to get pissed after this cookout. Somebody is leaving with their feelings hurt. That is going to happen here tonight. It has to happen. It must happen. Why? Because family, niggas are tripping. And when I mean tripping over these damn vaccine mandates. Now, I'm going to be 100% honest with you, family. So many of you, not all of you, and I want to stress this, I'm not talking to everybody, but being that we are all family, everybody needs to hear this. But so many of you have reached out to me in regards to these damn vaccine mandates that it made me get off of social media. It made me take a break because I'm sitting there asking, like, where the hell is the faith in our people? Why am I receiving so many of these videos and articles? And I know a lot of you do it just to share. I know that. Like I said, I'm not writing down on you for that. I'm not. But I'm talking specifically to the people that this pertains to, the people that came to me with fear in their hearts. And there were a lot. And it was overwhelming. It was very, very overwhelming. So we are going to address this foolishness tonight because many of you, I already know this for a fact. You're not studying. You're not studying and you are not paying attention to what's going on around you and relating it to scripture. Since I started doing this, that is what I've always encouraged you guys to do. Pay attention to your surroundings. And I know I'm not a good example right now hitting this damn microphone, but pay attention to your surroundings and open them scriptures and look at what's happening in the world. All right? So, please, family, I need you to open your Bibles. And tonight, I'm not kidding. I want everybody opening your Bible and put your eyes and nose in it and read along with me. Do not take my word for anything. We are going to come right out of these scriptures with the things that I'm going to bring out. And remember, like I said, it is a family discussion. So somebody is going to walk away from this butthurt tonight, and I don't give a damn. It's one of those nights. It's one of those nights. Now, family, please, I need you to open your Bibles to the 1611 King James Version Bible, and I need you to go to Luke chapter 8. We are going to start this off. Luke chapter 8, I need you to go down to verse 25. Woo, I'm telling y'all right now, oh yeah, it's going to be one of those nights. And somebody can get their damn feelings hurt. Oh well, too bad, so sad. All right, turn that on and make sure anybody bothering me. All right, here it is. Luke chapter 8, verse 25. Watch this. And he said unto them, this is talking about Christ, where is your faith? And they being afraid wondered, saying one to another, What manner of man is this? For he commanded even the winds and water, and they obey him. Now, if you're not familiar with this story, this is in regards to the disciples being in the ship with Christ. And Christ just told the wind, this horrible storm that was taking place. And Christ said, stop. And it stopped. So I need to paint a picture. All right, we're going to plant this seed right now. We're going to plant a seed. And that seed is Christ being a general. A general that's going to mean something so much when the time comes later. But what was the question that Christ asked? Christ said, where is your faith? And as you see, that's going to be a common theme here tonight. Where is your faith? Where is your faith? So I ask all of you, every last one of you, where is your faith? And I'm telling you right now, everybody has a different answer. Everyone does. Everyone does. Okay, so now let's go over to Matthew chapter 9. That was Luke. So now we're going to Matthew, go to chapter 9. I want you to go down to verse 27. Matthew chapter 9, verse 27, family, and it reads, And when Jesus departed thence, 2 blind men followed him, crying and saying, Thou son of David, have mercy on us. Now, these 2 men are indeed Israelites. And when he was come into the house, the blind men came to him, and Jesus saith unto them, Believe ye that I am able to do this? So let's stop for a second. What did these blind men obviously want Christ to do for them? He wanted Christ to cure their blindness, or I should say, they wanted Christ to cure their blindness. Let's continue. They said unto him, Yea, Lord. Then touched he their eyes, saying, According to your faith, be it unto you. According to your faith, be it unto you. And their eyes were open, and Jesus straightly charged them, saying, See that no man know it. Bury it. Bury it. Yes, I did this for you, but keep it to yourself. But what was the question that Christ asked? Your faith. Do you believe that I can do this for you? And they said, yes. Why? Because they knew who Christ was, and they knew his abilities, and they knew what he was all about. So I ask you again, family, where is your faith? Because so many of you that have reached out to me in regards to these vaccine mandates, I see so many of you in the chat running your mouth, all the faith in the world. I see your posts on Instagram. I see all these things. And yet, y'all are petrified, shook stiff at the idea that Esau will fire you from your jobs, not allow you to go into restaurants, not allow you to do certain things out in public if you do not get this vaccine, this poison that they are pushing on our people. But yet, y'all say I got so much faith, right? Somebody's lying. There's many of you out there lying right now, especially, you know what? I don't want to get ahead of myself. Let's continue. I told y'all, I said it's going to be one of them nights. Now, I got to ask y'all a question. Do you believe what you read? When you go into the scriptures, you pull them up and you read it. When you look at the pages, when you look at the words that come up off of the page, do you truly believe what it says? Or are you just fronting like many of our people do? You see, that's okay in the Christian church. But in this truth, in this truth, it is not okay. You cannot be fronting on the Most High. You cannot front on your faith. You cannot lie about the faith that you have in the Most High, because it is a sin. Either you believe it or you don't. There is no gray area with this. It's either you are full of faith or you are full of shit. It's either one of the two. Either one of the two. Now, why are y'all worrying so much about these mandates? How does it directly affect you? And I seriously ask that question. Like I told y'all, this is a discussion here tonight. This is a discussion amongst family. But how does this really relate to you? Because I don't know the answer to that. I really don't. You know why? Because I don't care. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn what they mandate. I'm still going to do what the Father told me to do. Because my faith is not questioned. If they take everything from me, so be it. As Revelation chapter 2 verse 9 said, I know thy works and your tribulations. We have to go through things. Because you see, our people, and that's Black, Hispanic, and Native American, you see that they all have this trait. They love to be so spiritual. And they absolutely love to run their mouth in regards to how much faith they have in the Most High and how good God has been to them. But that's all they want. They only want the good. But when the bad comes, oh, no, there's a problem now. Oh, what are they going to do? I'm not going to be able to eat. I'm not going to be able to work. I'm not going to be able to do any of these things. You no faith having ass niggas. And that is all you see. All over social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, everywhere in conversation. And that's the worst. Oh, that's the absolute worst. Especially like people on my job. I'm like, nigga, if you don't get out of my face with that, I don't give a damn about none of that. I don't care. If you want to be scared, nigga, you be scared. But I'm not. If it goes down, nigga, it just went down, and that's just what it is. But you're going to find out why my faith is so steadfast. You're going to find out why my faith is so planted in the damn ground. And it all comes right here from these scriptures. So with that being said, let's get back to it. I want you to please go to 1 Peter chapter 1. 1 Peter chapter 1. And I want you to go down to verse 7, please. 1 Peter chapter 1 and go down to verse 7. Listen to what he says. Watch this. That the trial of your faith. Stop. The trial of your faith. Meaning that your faith is going to be tried. That the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, you will indeed go through the fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Jesus Christ. Now remember when I said earlier about Christ being a general, right? I want you to plant this one now in your mind so that when we get to the end, when we come to the true revelation of all of this, you're going to know exactly what it is. You're going to remember 1 Peter chapter 1 verse 7, so that when your faith is tested, you're going to bring this right out. You will never ever forget 1 Peter chapter 1 verse 7 tonight. Your faith has to be tried. It must be tested. And that's what's happening with the Father right now. And so many of you have failed the test already. Because as soon as they went ahead and mentioned in Toronto, Canada, and in New York, and Manhattan, and Brooklyn, and all these other places in LA, that they're bringing out these mandates, and all of a sudden, your faith decreased. Because you started living for the world again. you started thinking about what you are going to lose in this world versus what you are going to gain when this world is over. Panicked. Punks. Faithless. And once again, not everybody, but all that it pertains to. All right? So there. So now, we have to get a great definitive example of faith. And unfortunately, and I say that, unfortunately, it does not come from an Israelite. And I'm bringing this one out here just so that you can see that the very same problems we have today are the very same problems that our ancestors had all the way back then. So please, family, I want you to go, and many of you already know where I'm going. I want you to go to Matthew chapter 15, please. I already know y'all knew where I was going with that. Matthew chapter 15, I want you to go down to verse 21, please. Y'all already know what this is. The story of the Canaanite woman. And we have to go through this here because there's some other things that I may or may not have brought out before, but we're going to make sure that we address it here tonight. In regards to faith, Matthew chapter 15, verse 21. Then Jesus went thence and departed into the coast of Tyre and Sidon, which are residences in Africa here today. And behold, a woman of Canaan, a woman of Canaan, not an Israelite, but a Canaanite. And behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast and cried unto him, saying, have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David. My daughter is grievously vexed with the devil. Stop for a second, family. Stop. This Canaanite woman called Christ, thou son of David. So even these other nations knew the lineage of the Israelites and knew that Christ was the ultimate. He's the king, the general, the one in charge. I'm planting that seed for a reason. Verse 23. But he answered her not a word. Why? Why did Christ not answer this woman a word? We're going to get ready to find out. And his disciples came and besought him, saying, send her away, for she crieth after us. Now, family, I got to bring this out. Family, because there's something very, very peculiar going on right now in this. What did the disciples say? Hey, this woman is crying after us. Why did it say us? Because this Canaanite woman knew, yes, Christ is the general, but she couldn't get to Christ at first. So she went to the disciples because she knew that the disciples had the power. I'm going to read this again. But he answered her not a word, and his disciples came and besought him, saying, send her away, get rid of this woman, get rid of her, for she crieth after us. This woman, this Canaanite woman that was not an Israelite, knew the power of the Israelites, and the general was right there. So this woman said, I am going to be persistent. I am getting through. I'm getting through. This woman had a faith that everyone else around them did not have. Because remember, Christ and the disciples, what were they doing? They were going out to spread the word to our brothers and sisters. Oh my goodness gracious. Just like today. Them niggas didn't want to hear the word back then either. The very same things, I tell y'all all the time, the very same things that happened all the way back then are the very same things that happen today. No difference. That's how you know it's us. All right? Verse 24. But he answered and said, now stop for a second. Because so many people will sit there and tell you that Christ was talking to this woman. He ain't talking to her yet. He's talking to the disciples. Listen to what Christ says. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So Christ shouted this out. Listen, I want y'all to see how Christ set this whole thing up. Genius is not even a word to describe Christ. But Christ shouted this out. I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Everybody around there heard that. Let's see why he did it. Then came she and worshiped him, saying, Lord, help me. So Christ screamed it out. She heard what direction it came from and went over there running to him. Christ, help me, help me. Verse 25. I just read that. Verse 26. But he answered and said, listen to what Christ says. It is not meet to take the children's bread. Stop. What children? The children of Israel. So Christ is showing the differentiation between the two people. But he answered and said, it is not meet, meaning it is not good to take the children's bread and cast it to dogs. If y'all don't understand what just happened, Christ just insulted this woman. He called that woman a dog. He called that woman a dog. Showing the separation. D-O-G. I want you to remember that. D-O-G. And she said, truth. So in other words, yes, I know I am a dog. I know I'm a dog. Yes, truth, Lord. Yet the dogs eat of the crumbs which fall from their master's table. This Canaanite woman knew her position. She knew, I am not an Israelite. I know that. I know that I am a servant to you and your people. I know that. But all I'm asking from you is just the crumbs for your table. I don't need the whole drumstick. I don't need the whole piece of cornbread. I'll eat the bone and I will pat my hand in the crumbs and I'll lick the crumbs. But all I want is that little bit. Please, Lord, y'all got so much. Y'all have it all. The world, the earth belongs to you. All I want is just a little bit of the crumbs, please. Now that's faith. And this woman is not an Israelite. Look at what Christ says. Then Jesus answered and said unto her, O woman, great is thy faith. Be it unto thee even as thou wilt. And her daughter was made whole from that very hour. Now, family, so many people would take that right there and try to say, you see, Christ saved this woman. No, he did not save this woman. Christ was marveled at her faith that this woman was not an Israelite. And he was so in awe that he said, all right, I'm going to get the devil up off your daughter. Go ahead, go about your business. But you have to understand the scenario. This woman, she sought after him. She went after the disciples. They didn't help. So she said, I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping. Hey, wait. What did he yell out? I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Bing, there he is. Bingo. Hey. That's Christ over there. Okay, get your ass out my way. Christ. Hey. My devil got a daughter on her. I need your help. Look, woman. Hey, I don't help you. This is for my people. Yes, I know that. But please, just give me a little bit of them crumbs. Let me get a little bit of crumbs, please. That's all I want, just a little bit of crumbs. That's it. Can you imagine how Christ was sitting around looking like, wait a minute. Why y'all niggas not like this? Here we are out here every day. I'm going gray, young. My disciples out here not sleeping, not eating, trying to save you. But yet this Canaanite woman comes and she has more faith than you niggas. Bring that to today's standards. Here we are. The Father gave us the book. In the book, prophecies. And from these prophecies, they are coming to pass. Meaning that the book is real. But being that these prophecies are happening, nobody is paying attention and everybody is losing their faith because they are going to lose what the world gave them versus what the Father said is coming for us if we keep our damn faith. The very same things that happened back then are the very same things happening right now. Our people are pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. This is why the Father said 2/3 of you niggas gotta go. 2/3. That's the majority. The majority of our people are going to die. Why? Because some are full of faith and others are full of shit. 2/3. And nothing has changed about this. But what needs to change is whoever this is applied to, your mindset has to change. And we'll get more into that. We'll get more into it. Okay. So, with that being said, I want you to go, as a matter of fact, you know what? Yeah. I want you to go to Proverbs chapter 14. Let's go back. Let's get some Old Testament. Proverbs chapter 14. I want you to go down to verse 26. Okay. I want you to pay attention, and I want you to pay attention to this very, very well. I want you to keep this on your heart just like 1 Peter chapter 1 verse 7. Because I don't want you to forget these. I want these to be your go-tos, okay? In the fear of the Lord is strong confidence, and his children shall have a place of refuge. So if you don't understand what that means, it means that the only thing that you fear is the Father. How do you fear the Father? You fear him by keeping his commandments, by doing what the Father tells us to do. Not worrying about the world, not worrying about running out there and getting vaccine exemption forms and all that stuff. Not worrying about, hey, how am I going to be able to eat? How am I going to be able to feed my family? No. The Father said, fear me. Keep your focus on me. That's what fear is. Keep your focus on me. Keep your eyes blinded on me. Verse 28. No, excuse me, verse 27. The fear of the Lord is a fountain of life, to depart from the snares of death. For every one of you out there that's panicking about this damn vaccine mandate, this is the one that you need to stand on right here. The Father said, I'm going to read verse 27 one more time. The fear of the Lord is a fountain of life. A fountain of life. To depart, meaning to move away from the snares of death, to escape the snares of death. Do you know what the snare of death is right now? Do you know what it is? It's called a vaccine. It's called stress. It's called worrying. It's called having no faith. That's what it's called. Okay? Now, I'm going to ask you again. Reading Proverbs 14, 26 through 27. Why are you scared? Why are you intimidated? Why are you apprehensive about the condition of a world that's falling and failing you? What's the problem? Why are you scared? Do you not understand that you were built differently? And I don't just mean in a mindset, I mean as a fabric of your DNA, all the way to your outer structure, all the way down to the core of your spirit. You were built differently than everybody else on this planet outside of Israel. How are you built differently? Oh, come on, brother. What you talking about? How? No, we're all human beings. Really? I want you to go to Psalms chapter 82, please. I'm going to show you. I'm not going to give you my opinion. I'm not going to run my mouth. I'm going to show you exactly what the scriptures say. Psalms chapter 82, go to verse 6. Psalms chapter 82, verse 6. Let me get a drink. Thank you so much. Psalms chapter 82, verse 6. Every Israelite under the sound of my voice, pay attention. I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. You're not a human being. You are a god. You were built differently. Your structure, your fabric, your soul, your spirit is different than everybody else's on the planet. That is why our people have been able to endure everything that Esau, Moab, Ammon, the children of Ham, the children of Japheth. We have endured everything that they have brought to us and tried to kill us with, and we always survived. Why? Because we are gods. Let that marinate for a second. Let that stew. So for some of you that want to run around and bitch up and complain and be scared and lose your faith because Esau wants to inject you with some damn vaccine. And if you don't take it, how am I going to eat? Don't you realize that you do not survive off of food? You ever heard of manna? That knowledge? You see, this is how I know many of you don't fast. Because for those of you that do fast, you will know that by that 12th hour, your body is not even caring about food anymore. How do you think Christ was able to walk in the wilderness 40 days and 40 nights? Now remember what a fast is. There's no such thing as a water fast. There's no such thing as a fruit fast. When you fast, nothing, absolutely nothing goes into your mouth. Nothing at all. Nothing. Christ survived that long, as well as our other ancestors, our forefathers and foremothers. They didn't give a damn about that. They did not give a damn about eating. I'll eat when I'm able. And how are people tripping? Now, I want to follow that up with a precept. I want you to go to John chapter 10 and verse 34. Because Christ confirms this. John chapter 10 and verse 34. For those of you that never knew how differently you were built. Jesus answered them, is it not written in your law, I said ye are gods? Christ questioned them. Like, nigga, did I already tell you that you are God? So what the hell are you worrying about something for? What are you worried about the world for? Nobody cares about that. You're a God. A vaccine mandate is not supposed to have any effect on you whatsoever. Why? Because the Most High is in control. And that's what many of you have forgotten. That the Father is in control of everything. Just when you think that your ass is running something, you're not. Every decision that you make, the Most High allowed it. I'm telling y'all, so many people, they like to throw free will into the equation. Free will does not exist. It doesn't. And I know you're asking, how in the world does free will not exist? First of all, let me tell you, if you had free will, right? If you indeed had free will, do you know what would happen? You can sin and there be no consequence. But if you do indeed sin, there is a consequence. So, free will means that there are no consequences. So if you sin and you have a punishment, that is the opposite of free will. You do not have free will, family. Don't let anybody try to convince you of the free will lie, the free will deception. You do not have free will. You don't. It's either keep the commandments or die. That is not free will. Okay? So now, I want y'all to understand something here. And I mentioned this earlier, like I said, there was something in regards that I said about the mind. I want you to understand something about fear. Fear is a conditional mindset. You know what that means? It means that you have to be taught to fear. And how do we know this? How do we know this? You know, like as a child, or for many of you that have children, right? Do you know how a child will go and climb up on one of the highest things and just zip, just jump? I gotta tell y'all right now, with my princess, this little girl was 3 years old, and this is how I know. I was like, okay, this is my damn daughter all day. We was at the park, right? Little side note. We was at the park, and y'all know like those roped jungle gyms, those tall ones, those real tall ones. She was little, and she was just climbing up and climbing up and climbing up, you know, so I'm watching her. I'm like, okay, you know, I'm right there, you know, being a protective father. I'm like just watching. I'm like, okay. And just watching her go up, and her little ass just jumped. And I'm like, oh, you know, can I caught? I'm like, yo. I was so proud and so shocked at the same time. And I was like, this little girl is crazy, but that's my baby. I was like, yes, you know, because I'm a damn daredevil. I am. But the point that I'm trying to make with this here is that a child has to be taught, no, you can't do that. Just like when it comes to fear. Do you know who teach you to fear? Esau. They teach our people of fear. They did it all the way back in Rome, 70 AD. That's when the fear campaign started. It started all the way back then. And it led all its way, all the way to slavery and all the way to now. Because now the fear is mental. Before, they were like, all right, if y'all don't do what we're going to do, we're going to torture y'all and beat y'all ass. All right, we're going to do these horrible, horrific things to you. But now it's like, okay, what we're going to do is take away your livelihood. Remember all of that comfort that we gave you? We gave you your freedom. We said you can start driving. You can live in your own houses away from the plantations. You can do all these things. But now, if you don't take that vaccine, you're not going to be able to do those things anymore. They got many of you. That's where you are. The many of you are stuck right there, frozen. Oh, Lord, what am I going to do? So now, I want you to go to 2 Timothy. I want you to go to 2 Timothy. Let's go down to chapter 2. 2 Timothy, actually chapter 1, and go down to verse 7. 2 Timothy chapter 1, go down to verse 7. Listen to this. For God hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power. You understand that? Power, power, power. And of love and of a sound mind. Verse 8. Be not thou therefore ashamed of the testimony of our Lord, nor of me his prisoner, but be thou partaker of the afflictions of the gospel according to the power of God. You must go through tribulation. That's just another word for tribulation. You have to go through that. You must endure, because so many people want heaven without going through hell. That's not going to happen. It's not going to be easy. The Father made that very, very clear. It is not going to be easy. Getting into the kingdom is not easy. It is a fight. It is a struggle. It is mind-boggling. It is stressful. It is one thing, but not fearful. Fear cannot be associated with that. You got to run in, charging, run with the sword in your hand, cutting out the way, cutting things out the way, being like, yo, nothing's stopping me from getting to that damn kingdom. All I got to do is keep the Father's commandments. Ooh, that's it. That's it. And again, I can tell that so many of you are not reading. You know why? Because so many of you have no idea that the Father said that all these things that are happening now were going to happen. He put it in a book. He said, here it is. I'm going to show you what's going to happen in the future, because this Bible is a book of prophecy. I'm going to show you what's going to happen. And when these things do happen, it confirms I'm real, and it confirms my truths, and it confirms that your ass better keep these commandments or you're going to die. That's what it says. So, to prove that, I want you to go to Revelation. The book of Revelation. I want you to go to chapter 13, please. The book of Revelation, chapter 13, and I want you to go down to verse 16. Okay? Now, let's see what this is all about here. Watch this. Something so prevalent as what's going on today. I want you to see this here for yourself, all right? Watch this. Verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell. He that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name cannot buy, cannot sell. Wow. Are they mandating that you can't go into certain places now if you don't have vaccination papers? Are they mandating that you will not be able to walk into a restaurant? You won't be able to go in certain supermarkets? Are the people not revolting over the earth right now because of this? In France, in Canada, in Spain. If y'all don't know, if y'all have not been watching the news, there are revolts going on right now as we speak. Straight up. Family, it's happening. But I want to focus on something. You see, so many uneducated people. The vaccine is the mark of the beast. Let me hereby declare, no, it's not. It's not. The mark of the beast is disobedience. And it will be very unfair to try to cram that into this lesson, but we are going to have a full lesson on the mark of the beast by itself. But I'm telling you right now, the mark of the beast is disobedience. First of all, who's the beast? Who's the beast? We went over this before. The beast is Esau. The mark of the beast is Esau's ways, his laws that go against the scriptures, his philosophies that the Father warned us not to be associated with. How do you know that, Mike? Mike, you talking crazy now, nigga. That's not what I learned in church. Oh, I know. Oh, nigga, I know. But how do you know? That is the mark of the beast. Do you know so many of our people don't even realize that there are 2 marks in the Bible? There are 2. 2. Because everybody always talk about the mark of the beast, but nobody talks about the other mark. So, family, I want you to go to Psalms chapter 37, verse 37. Psalms chapter 37, verse 37. And let's see what that other mark is. What's going to prove that what I just said is correct. Mark the perfect man, and behold the upright, for the end of that man is peace. A mark? What is perfection? According to the scriptures, righteousness. How many of you knew that? That there's a mark of the beast, which is what I just said, Esau's laws, philosophies that go against the Most High, meaning sin. And then there's the mark of righteousness, the mark of perfection, which means this person that is marked right here is going against Esau's laws, Esau's philosophy, and he's not sinning. There it is. The two marks. Either you are marked with sin or marked with righteousness. There's no in between. So many stupid ass people will sit there and have a full-blown discussion / argument with you about what the mark of the beast is. Do you know when that whole mark of the beast thing started? It's starting during the 60s. During the era of the hippies. Oh, you know what, dude? The mark is a barcode. It's a barcode that you get tattooed on you. And without this, you won't be able to buy or sell. Then, 20 years go by. What's the next one? Oh, now we're in the 80s. Oh, the mark of the beast. It's a microchip. The mark of the beast is a microchip. Oh my God, if you get this microchip that's been implanted into you, then it's the mark of the beast. You're not going to be able to buy or sell unless you take your hand and wave it over a scanner, or they have to scan your brain. How many of y'all heard that? Now what are they saying it is? The mark of the beast is a vaccine that injects a little teeny little chip or battery, lithium battery that's magnetic. And if you have that, then you just received the mark of the beast. It changed. And all that started back then. And what else happened in the 60s, family? Where did that bullshit come from? It came when Esau allowed the black Christian churches to be over the neighborhoods. Thank you, pastors. Thank them. Thank them for the BS. Thank them for that false, phony doctrine. And of course, what did the Christian church do? The Christian church went right ahead and removed sin as being the mark of the beast because they wanted you to follow Esau's laws. They wanted you to follow Esau's philosophies and move away from the Most High. You're welcome. Now, I want you now to go back to Matthew. Go to Matthew chapter 13, please. Matthew chapter 13. I want you to drop down to verse 24. Okay. I want to bring this out right now because we're going to get back into the subject of faith. I want to make sure that we keep faith on the brain. Matthew chapter 13, verse 24. Watch this. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. So now, Christ, when he spoke to certain individuals that just didn't get it, he spoke in parables. He spoke in code so that the person could really sit there and jog his brain and decode, because the individuals that was in this truth and in this light and they had the spirit on them, they had the spirit of the Most High, they were able to understand it like that. Read it again. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. So if you don't know what tare is, it's weeds. It's the bad weeds that come up and entangle the good crop. And he said the enemy came in and did this. The enemy came in and laid this down. Who is that, family? Who was the enemy of the Israelites, family? Who did the Bible say? Yes, it's everybody, but who's the main one? It's Esau that laid down these entanglements, laid down these philosophies, laid down these laws that go against the Most High, that goes against the good seed. Verse 26. Well, actually, verse 26. But when the blade, no, let me go back to verse 25. I'm sorry. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. So I wanted to bring that one out again. He did it and then he snuck off. He did it while he was sleeping. He did it to where you couldn't see. You know what that's also called? It's also called crafty counsel. Verse 26 now. But when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. So right when the harvest come now, a lot of farmers will understand this. Right when the harvest was getting ready to come, there were so many weeds. And it's like, oh man, all these weeds are going to be entangled with all this good fruit. Watch what happens. Do you think that's a problem for the Most High? Watch what happens. Verse 27. So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field? From whence then hath it tares? See, like, wait a second, didn't you just lay it? Didn't you? Aren't you of the good seed? Didn't you put down the good stuff? Where's all these damn tares coming from? Up 2/3, nigga, 2/3. Verse 28. He said unto them, An enemy hath done this. The servant said unto him, Wilt thou then that we go and gather them up? So now the servant's like, hold on a second, yo, you want us to go in there and go untangle all them tares, get all them weeds and pull it out? Do you want us to go do that? Watch this, family, watch this. But he said, Nay, meaning no, lest while ye gather up the tares, ye root up also the wheat with them. So he's saying, wait a second now, because if you go tearing all that stuff up or whatnot, you're going to pull up some of the good seed. You're going to pull up some of the good seed. We're not going to pull up none of that good seed. Why? As you see right here, that good seed is being protected. So what has to happen? Watch this. Let both grow together until the harvest, the 1/3 and the 2/3. And in the time of harvest, I will say to the reapers, gather ye together first the tares and bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn. Now, family, we went over this so many times. The army is coming. Who's that army, family? That army is the angels. And family, who is the general? That's why I planted them seeds earlier, baby. The general is Christ. And again, it's showing you right now the wheat and the tare. Those who are afraid versus those who are not. Those who stand on faith versus those who stand on fear. The wheat from the tare. So now, as I kept referencing earlier, we have this army that's coming now. You military individuals, you experts in the military field, you know exactly what this is saying. So, what's happening? What's going on in this? Right now, the harvestman says, you know what? We are going to have a little reconnaissance. And for those of you who are not familiar with that term, reconnaissance means understanding your enemy and knowing his strategy, knowing what he's coming with, keeping an eye on him. Military intelligence. See, that's why it's called intelligence. So what did they learn in this reconnaissance? There's this 2/3. All right, we got everything all scoped out right now. Yes, I see the wheat and I see the tare and I see the entanglement. But with this reconnaissance and this military intelligence, we are able to identify who the tare actually is. And the tare are the ones who are living in sin. So what we need to do, we need a special ops team. We need a special force that's going to come in and clean up the tares. We need a special force that's going to come in and clean up and destroy the enemy. And with that special force, they have a general. And that general is not about no games. That general, his kill shot is 100% pinpoint accurate, and he never misses. He never misses. And he trained his entire army with this arsenal. And that arsenal is going to pop every last one of the enemies, every last one of the tare, every rule breaker is going to pop them right in the head and kill them on the spot. And then all that's left, which is the good seed, which is the wheat, are going to be taken into the barn. Do you understand what that barn is? It's going to be taken into protection. You see, the Most High has sent his army and sent his general, which is Christ, the Son of the living God of Israel. And he is coming to save the law-keeping Israelites, the 1/3, and he's going to destroy the 2/3. Why? Because the 2/3, these evil sons of bitches, didn't have no faith. And yet they sit there and they worry about what a vaccine mandate is going to do to their lives. When the Father said, the hell with this world. This world is going to be destroyed. You are so focused on what I am going to destroy with fire, but you cannot even picture in your mind the place that I have prepared for you if you keep my commandments, a paradise. Christ said, I went to prepare a place for you. I created these mansions. These mansions are built. These beautiful palatial estates. But you don't want them. You want the crap. You want these houses built with cement, mortar, brick, versus an actual spiritual house that was created by the hands of Christ himself. But you want that bullshit though. No, please. I'm making $30 an hour. I'm making $60. I'm making $90 an hour. And I have my Lamborghini. I have my mansion that's here on earth. And I don't want to lose it. I'm going to lose my refrigerator that talks to me. I'm going to lose my 80-inch big screen TV. I'm going to lose my in-home theater. I'm going to lose my surround sound. I'm going to lose the hoe that I got on the side. I'm going to lose that nigga I got on the side because I got no more money. I got nothing. I got nothing to offer. I'm going to lose all this. And I'm going to give up what the Father said he has for me in heaven if I keep his commandments, you are a damn fool. Every last one of y'all out there in fear, y'all are some damn fools. Absolute fools. Scared. Punks. No faith having ass. And what did the Father say he's going to do with you? He's going to burn you up? The tear in a bundle. Going to gather everybody together. That's why he said the bundle. He's going to take everybody all at once and burn your stupid ass up. Because you didn't want to listen. You thought it was fake. All of this that's going on right now, everything that's happening on the planet right now, all the fires all over the earth, you are literally watching the empire fall. Just like the Father said it was going to happen, and yet you complain. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't get it. You have no idea what's going on right in front of you. So being that you don't know, being that you are so ignorant of what's going on, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to show you per scripture what's going on with all of these plagues starting to pop up. I want you to go to Deuteronomy chapter 28. Deuteronomy chapter 28. Go down to verse 59. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 59. Family, if this does not increase your faith, I don't know what will, and you pretty much damn deserve to die for being stupid as hell. Watch what this says. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 59. Watch this, family. Then the Lord will make thy plagues wonderful, and the plagues of thy seed, even great plagues, and of long continuance, and sore sickness, and of long continuance. He mentioned it again. Verse 60, moreover will he bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt, which thou wast afraid of, and they shall cleave unto thee. Verse 61, also every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, them will the Lord bring upon thee until thou be destroyed. If you didn't get it, if it did not register to you, corona, monkeypox, all of these different plagues, diseases, and sicknesses is happening on the earth because the Most High is allowing it to happen. The Father is doing all of this. Here he is, giving you a front row seat to Esau's ass whooping. The Father put you right in the front so that you can get a clear 100% scope view right there, letting you see all the action firsthand. And you have no idea what's going on. You have no earthly idea what's happening on this planet. And you are in fear of what Esau has to say and what he wants to do. And the Father is whooping Esau's ass right in front of us. Their empire is fallen right before our eyes. But yet, you lack faith and you're running scared instead of running free. Let me tell you something. Whether it be monkeypox, whether it be corona, whether it be the Delta variant, damn Southwest Airlines, I don't give a damn what it is. I don't give a damn. Father, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Father, for keeping your promise. Do you understand, Israel, what the Father is doing? It's almost time to go home. We are that close. And yet, our people are tripping. But let me tell you what the Father says, though. I want you to go to Psalms chapter 91. Psalms chapter 91. I really don't get it. The most exciting time on it that this planet has ever seen, because we're getting ready to go back to paradise and niggas are tripping. I don't get it. Psalms chapter 91 and verse 10. Let me go ahead and help some of y'all restore your damn faith. Watch this. Look at what it says. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague, neither shall any plague, neither shall any plague, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. Do you understand what the hell that just said? The Father said you keep his commandments and not a damn thing's gonna happen to you. You don't gotta worry about no corona. You don't gotta worry about no damn Delta variant. You don't gotta worry about no monkeypox. You don't gotta worry about a damn thing as long as you keep his commandments, and that's it. Bottom line. Bottom line, you don't have to worry about no doctors. You don't have to worry about a damn thing. The only thing that you need to worry about is keeping the Most High's commandments. All you have to worry about is keeping your eyes focused on the prize, which is getting to the kingdom, which is making the Most High proud of you, so that when you stand in front of him, well done, good and faithful servant. That's it. Now, of course, we got to back that up, don't we? I want you to go to Ecclesiasticus chapter 33 and verse 1. I'm so sick of niggas. I'm so sick of these dumbass niggas and coming around. Oh, what's going to happen to me? Oh, nigga, shut up. Ecclesiasticus chapter 33 and verse 1. Look at what it says. Precept. There shall no evil happen unto him that feareth the Lord. How do you fear the Lord? You keep his commandments. But in temptation, even again, he will deliver him. Even the Father said, when you are tempted, he said, well, I'm going to get you out. Don't worry about it. I got you. The Father knows we have weaknesses. The Father knows that we struggle with sin. He said, don't worry about it. I'm going to get you out. Don't worry about it. Because the Father knows that the devil lurks around. Devils, because it's plural. They lurk around. You know what your weaknesses are. The Father said, I got you. Don't worry about it. In the time of temptation, I got you. I'm going to get you up out of that. That was a promise. That was a promise. All the promises the Father made are coming to life right before our eyes. This is the greatest time on earth. The greatest. The greatest. Here you have them Isaac Bruce out there telling the whole NFL nation, quoting the Hebrew name of the Most High. The awakening. All over the place. Our people are waking up all over the world. The U.S., Canada, the Virgin Islands, Jamaica, Africa, all over the UK, everywhere. And our people are scared. That's a damn shame. But family, I'm not going to keep y'all anymore. I just had to bring that out. Okay? I truly appreciated this discussion. But as you saw, it was not my opinion. I got everything from the scriptures. Israel. I'm so glad that we was able to go ahead and bring out this truth once again. And I'm so glad that we was able to come together as a family, and hopefully none of you had your feelings hurt too much. But if you did, then good. That's very, very good if your feelings was hurt by this, and if your spirit got checked, because it means that you need to get yourself in check. That's what it means. Stop worrying about this nonsense about this damn Delta variant and these vaccine mandates or whatever. That's none of your business. That is none of your damn business. That is for Esau. That don't got nothing to do with you. Not a damn thing to do with you. You serve the God in Israel. All of your wants, needs, desires come from him. All of it. Not in the hands of a white man. The Father. He's going to be the one to take care of us, not Esau. So you better get your mind right. You better put down TikTok. You better put down Facebook. You better put down Instagram. And you better put down the Real Housewives and all that bullshit. You better put it all down and pick up the Bible and read it. Because your salvation lies in it. And with that being said, Israel, I love you. I'm out.